So I'm just wondering if your city manager is available.
I'm the city manager. It's scary, I mean, with the violence now, it's something to worry about. These are First Amendment auditors.
You're the risk manager for the
Yes,
building?
I am.
Very cool. So I'll stand here for a moment so you can analyze me and decide if there's a risk. How's it going, guys? Amagansett Press, good to see you again. We are coming to you today from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We are at the City of Eau Claire City Hall, which is on this side. And then on this side here is the City Library. And we're just gonna pay a little visit on these folks here today and find out if they honor and respect our right to take video and photographs in public and from publicly accessible areas of public places. I am out with Watching the Watchmen today, and let me give you a little view of the neighborhood here where we are. There's a parking garage right behind us, and while I'm doing that, time and temperature check. Today is Monday, June 6th, 2022. It is 2 p.m. and it is 70 degrees, sunny and absolutely beautiful here in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I hope that you are somewhere doing something you like with some people you can tolerate, and hope there's a little sunshine where you are. And if there's not, I invite you to make your own, as I always do. Should be an interesting one here, guys, so stand by. Hey, making it out there, Watchmen. What's happening? I think we're getting checked out already.
Seems like it.
Yeah, during the intro. Beautiful buildings here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll give you a better shot of the library here. And then in the middle, you can see they have like the modern annex connecting the two buildings. And then over to the left here is the City Hall building in its entirety. And we'll be going inside to visit both. We'll take a look at the outside first, check out what's going on, and then we'll go inside for you. So stand by. So they have this sign listed as a city ordinance. It's actually a state statute as well, municipal or government-owned buildings. So keep that in mind, and it is does include edged items as well. Let me get you a better shot of the sign here. Not using this entrance, are they?
Yeah, you're supposed to go around to the parking lot and come in through the other side of this.
Okay. And we are here. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can walk around this way or that way, right? I guess this way is probably makes more sense. Oh, that too. Yeah, yeah. I didn't even see that walkway. You're right. All right. So you want to go that way?
Yeah.
Cool. See what I do for these people? I'm going mountain climbing. So this is staff entrance. Smoking prohibited. Employee area, public admitted only by appointment. Same sign again. Very cool. So the entrance to the City Hall is just down here to the right. We'll give you a look at this Eau Claire, City of Eau Claire vehicle here. Here's another City of Eau Claire vehicle. Different graphics. Buildings and Grounds Division. Then they have a drop box here outside. That's convenient, where you can drop your utility bills, parking tickets, and all other payments. Make it very easy for you to drop your money off, which is a good thing. You know, some days, like I say, some days you didn't fix your makeup, or maybe you didn't comb your beard. You're not in the mood to deal with anybody. You can just pull up to this box and drop your money off. They have a boot scraper. Mrs. AP wants me to get a boot scraper for the trailer. She's sick of vacuuming up my mess. City Hall public entrance. Now, by all appearances, without the signs, this looks like a door you'd never even try to go through.
Yeah.
So before entering, sorry.
I think so. Thank you.
And there's the lot back here where else you might get.
So before entering, check your symptoms. And then FedEx, UPS, speedy deliveries to the left. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hold you. Didn't want to hold you up.
Nope.
Rob the place?
I don't know. You making, looking to be a partner? Did you say, do you want to rob the place?
I think that's what he was saying.
No, I don't know. Right, after you.
Hello. How's it going?
Hello.
Good, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good, beautiful day.
Thank you, sir. Sure is.
Yeah.
See a big welcome to City Hall screen here. That's cool.
Next week you got a new
And then you have a posting board here, notices. Here's a directory.
Little conference room here.
Yeah, and it's keyed access. And duly noted that it's by appointment only, so we do respect proper signage. So to the left here, you have the Treasury. Right side's engineering. It's a beautiful building. Look at the ceiling. Wonder if that's like an old, real old tin ceiling. It's very cool. So you have some forms available here. Pet variance application, taxi cab driver license application, dog park application. Very cool. Be nice if they had all of their forms available out here. And yeah, they always say people can go online, but you know, a lot of folks choose not to or don't have access, possibly. So this is an employee area here. Public admitted only by appointment.
That's 6. Today is the 6th, right?
Then you have engineering over on this side. Nice offices. It's a nice building. Treasurer's office is by appointment only back here, but the engineer's office doesn't have anything on it like that. No. Very cool. Hello. How are you? Oh, we're just taking a look around. Checking out your beautiful building.
Oh, yes. Have you guys been in here since it was remodeled?
The first time I've ever been here in my life.
Oh, ever?
Ever.
Oh, man.
Ever, like they say.
Ever. Yep, the building was they just did oh gosh, words. I'm really sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I appreciate any info.
They just did a historic restoration renovation we just moved back in 2019, end of 2019.
Oh, okay.
So old school 70s look prior to what you're seeing.
Wood paneling on the walls?
I don't know if there was wood paneling, but there was dropped ceilings.
Oh, wow.
From
Covering
what
these beautiful ceilings up.
Yeah, from what I understand, carpet everywhere.
Wow.
I wasn't here in the building before that renovation.
And did they just, at that point, is that when they put the modern annex in between the two buildings?
No, that's been there, I think, since like the 80s-ish.
Oh, okay.
But they did redo the look of the outside of
I'm
it.
surprised they don't have the public enter through that way because it's so pretty. You have to go around the back of the.
You should still be able to enter through the front, but they redid, as far as I know, because I wasn't here before the renovation, as far as I know, they added the accessibility entrance back here also.
Oh, that's what it is. I got
Because
you.
they reformatted. So like Treasury, Financial Operations Treasury used to be downstairs.
Okay.
And then when they redid or updated for the renovation, they made all of the higher traffic departments on this main level.
Okay.
So that they could access through the accessibility.
Gotcha. No, that's
entrance
brilliant.
back.
That answers a lot of my questions.
Yeah.
'Cause it's I mean, even the library itself, I mean, just beautiful buildings.
It is.
Do you have any idea when those two buildings were built, more or less?
When the building.
There's probably a dedication plaque somewhere. But.
This building, so the library building, oh gosh, I think the cornerstone on the outside of the building is 1903.
Wow.
And then the city hall building, I don't remember, but around
Probably pretty close, yeah.
the same time, there should be a cornerstone on the front of that building also.
Okay.
That has the date imprinted on it. I know ours for this building specifically is right out here on the front.
Very cool.
Right corner when you're facing the building.
I'll look for the plaques out there, but I've got to tell you, you are an excellent ambassador for your city. No, seriously. And I know you might not look at yourself that way, but when people
Thanks.
come in and they've never been here before, it's nice to be greeted with a smile and some information
Oh,
and some
thanks.
courtesy, and it really means a lot to people, and I thank you for that.
you.
And I
Yeah.
hope that carries you right up the ladder as you progress in your career. No, really.
Thanks.
Really,
I
if more
appreciate
people were like
that.
that, it would be a much nicer world to live in.
Oh,
So I
well,
thank you for that. I appreciate
yeah,
it.
you're very welcome.
So this is employees only both ways, so this is the only publicly accessible area is right here in this office.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously they've got all office spaces on both sides for
Okay.
our engineers, who right now it's our construction season, so most of them are out in the fields right now.
Gotcha.
But both of the fireplaces that you see, those are both original fireplaces. So
That's what I was saying. Is there any chance we can take a look at those real quick?
Yeah,
Is that okay?
definitely.
Cool. I'm sorry, what was your first name?
My name's Rebecca.
Rebecca, you're wonderful. I appreciate you. Thank you. My name's Jason.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of fireplaces. So we've got these two.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And then I'm trying to think.
And that's original to the building, I'm assuming?
Yeah, one of these, and I can't remember if it was this one or if it was the other one on the other end of this department, was actually hidden in the walls. They
Really?
didn't even know during construction.
Wow,
that
that's
it was-
very cool.
That it was even still here.
Did they find any money in the walls? Right. No, but that is very
That would be
cool.
nice.
It makes you wonder who made the decision years ago to cover something like that up, right?
I mean, I would think that back in the 70s and 80s, it was probably just in terms of it's going to save us money on efficiency back then.
And they probably thought they were making it look modern, covering it up, right?
I know modern.
I love all
changes
this old
doesn't
stuff. It's beautiful.
it? Yeah, and some of these obviously they had to make replicated tiles and stuff. but
Sure.
For anything. That
Well,
was
they
shipped
did a
away,
good
but-
job.
Yeah.
It looks great. And the other one's the same.
Yeah, same
Think-
exact setup.
Cool.
Yep, absolutely. It looks the same. I think there's 4 since this was the library building. This was actually, if I remember correctly, this was actually like the children's floor of the library back when it was actually a library.
Oh, so it's no longer used as a library at all? Oh, I got you. Okay.
No, all city buildings. Yeah.
All city buildings. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, you are a wealth of information, and I thank you for that.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to be rude.
No, go
Well,
ahead.
thank you.
Go ahead.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you're able to get outside. It's beautiful out there today. Have a wonderful day.
Have a good day, guys.
All right, guys. Well, like I always say, so far so good. But just because Rebecca's a shining light here in Eau Claire doesn't mean everybody else is going to be. So it ain't over till it's over. Stand by. A lot of building left. Oh, this is nice. Oh, look at the old wood.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome. So here you have inspections and planning. Yeah, this is cool. Hello. How are you?
Good.
It's a beautiful building you have to work in here.
Yes. You guys just do videos?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Then you have some public information here. And this is the planning department. I guess this is where you would come in to get your building permits and site approval and all that kind of stuff. Very cool.
And then the rest of the information on the letter does not change. There's nothing on the body.
Looks this way. Oh, stairs. That's nice. Let me get to see if I can get a little view of that real quick before I get too close. Nice stained glass up on the ceiling there. And then here we have the North Conference Room. With the door wide open. Look at the detail on this railing. I mean, really beautiful. So this is the North Conference Room. I don't know if we can get any lights on for you here. Oh yeah, look at that. There you go. It's the view outside. That's where we came in from. Nice TV, huh?
Yeah, it's better.
Go see what's upstairs.
They're still downstairs,
Oh, like a basement level?
Yeah.
Cool.
Those ones you come in on the way. Out of the way.
So here's human resources. And then finance administration is this way. This is marked as an employee area, public by appointment only, hour downtown. And then this is employee access only back here. So here's the main entrance outside. And then back here is the city manager and city clerk, our Rivers conference room, and the city attorney. The meat and potatoes, as it would be. So employee area, public admitted only by appointment. And this is the city manager, city clerk, and city attorney's office. City of Eau Claire. Very cool. I guess you can't go in there, huh? No, it's keyed access. So then we have to look through the window. It's a shame you have to stand here looking through the windows. It'd be nicer to go in.
Yeah.
Have to get Rebecca to make a phone call for us. So East Wing and Fire Station, number 2, level 200. Fire inspection and permits, fire administration, training rooms 1, 2, and 3. All right, now we're getting a glimpse of what the building used to look like, which is still very cool. Here's their employee break room, cookies, cakes, and brownies, and plenty of healthy snacks and beverages. This is the fire inspector's office. I can tell because the lights are out that nobody's home. Hello.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. And then I can't read the door. What's this? Somebody's office.
Fire inspector.
Fire inspector. Oh, I thought his was. Oh, it's the same office.
No.
No?
Two different fire inspectors.
Two fire inspectors. Wow. One's got to make sure the other one's doing it right.
Right.
There you go.
Right. Exactly.
Hello. How are you?
This would be the
I'm
other one.
good.
Oh, you're a fire inspector.
I am, yes.
Very cool. Nice to meet you.
Well, nice to meet you too.
Can I just ask your name?
Shua?
Shua.
Yeah.
And are you the chief fire inspector?
Oh, no.
No?
No. That guy.
That guy over there.
He's convention in Stevens Point. so-
Gotcha. I guess it's busy time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
So.
Well, appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate the
thank-
smiles.
Oh, thank you.
Have a great day. And do you mind if I just ask your first name and what you do here?
Tracy. I'm just administrative assistant
Very cool.
for the inspectors.
Very cool. So I got to ask you, Tracy, is everybody usually this friendly, or did the phone call go out? Guys in the building with cameras.
No, everybody's friendly here.
That's my experience.
Everybody here is friendly.
That's all. You know, sometimes when I carry this beast around, I'm not used to everybody being friendly, but
No, everybody in the building is friendly here.
so far that's my opinion as well.
Yep.
Well, thank you very much. I
What are you
appreciate
guys
it.
doing? Can I ask you?
Yeah, we're just making a video about the building.
Oh,
Which,
okay.
yeah.
There you
I
go.
always like to make the comparison. Some people take pictures of trains. Some people take pictures of birds. We like to visit municipalities and check the places out and just
Nope.
see what's going on in the world.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're
But-
a happy bunch here.
Happy bunch. That's it. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Stay that way.
Have
Don't
a
ever
good-
change.
Have a good day.
You too. Almost seems like some kind of memo went out, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Quick text message. But I'm going to take them at face value so far and just believe that everybody's that friendly in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, until somebody proves me wrong. Partially because that's what I'd like to believe. But we still have the ground level to check out, and there's still some more areas of the building we haven't looked at yet, so don't go away. Wonder if the city manager's here. Right? Who knows? I don't know. Is there? Hello? Hello.
Hi there.
How are you? So I'm just wondering if your city manager is available.
I'm the city manager.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay, well that explains your inquisitive nature, because you're keeping an eye on your building. I appreciate it.
It's scary. I mean, with the violence now is something to worry about.
Right. Well, I mean, you know what?
I know. Asking questions and certainly isn't something scary, but
No.
I think we're all a little on edge.
Well, and part of the reason that we do what we do is we're hoping to desensitize folks a little bit and not have everybody jump right into fear and panic mode
I
when they
hope
see something out of the
it'd be good
ordinary.
if we can do that. Yeah.
We got to bring back the old days, because
Yeah.
the new things just aren't working as far as I'm
I
concerned.
know. I hear you.
You know, but so it's a good experience today. You found out a couple of guys with cameras might not be scary.
Yeah.
My name's Jason, by the way.
Hi,
On
nice
that
to meet
note,
you.
pleasure. When your name?
Oh, I'm Stephanie Hirsch.
Stephanie Hirsch, City Manager. Very cool to meet you. I'm glad you were here, because we always like to, if we go through a building and we have a successful visit tour of the building, smiles, friendly faces from the employees. We got some information from Rebecca downstairs, very helpful.
Yeah,
Tracy
great-
over
I'm
here was
appreciative for her.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And just want to let you know that your staff is very welcoming, very
I'm glad to hear
professional. Yeah, and we appreciate that. And we, like I said, my purpose is to try to desensitize people from this fear of cameras that's sort of come about in the last 5 or 10 years, I guess it is. It's really strange, because back in the day, people used to jump in front of the camera and wave and say, "Hi, Mom," and all that fun stuff. And nowadays, it's, what are they doing? Something's
Do you
wrong.
travel all around the country?
We do, yeah. This is my son.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah, so I'm traveling with my son. My wife's wandering around outside somewhere, and we're making memories and standing up for our rights to be in public places, taking video and photographs, which it's a shame people have to stand up for that right, because I always say, imagine a country where you can't be in public taking videos and photographs, how horrible that would be, and where the free flow of information amongst each other is curtailed. That's
Well, I
frightening.
think it depends on the place, because like I used to work in the Human Services Department, and
Okay.
in that area, people don't always want to be, if they're there because they had if they're there because they're seeking mental health services or have a chronic mental illness or addiction, then they don't necessarily, it's like a doctor's office or.
Well,
people
and
might
you know
not
what?
want
Yeah,
them.
and I'm not looking to interfere with those
That's
people
the
or
one I
create
would
any
go to.
anxiety for them. Yeah.
Well, because
But
they
no,
might
we
not
do.
know, they might be, in general, in the Human Services Department in the county, they follow very strict like HIPAA regulated privacy protocol.
Right.
So we don't release the names of people receiving services. But
Well,
here,
right.
there's really not.
Right, and we're not interested in anybody's names or personal information
yeah,
or
yeah.
creating anxiety for anybody.
Yeah.
But you have to also, the flip side of that coin is that, like you mentioned, HIPAA. HIPAA only applies to people that are certified and trained. So, like, the onus is on the services building to maintain the privacy of the individuals, not the public coming in. I can't violate HIPAA laws.
No, I agree. But I know that people coming into human services don't always want other people seeing them there.
Right, so where I was going with that was if they're in a public setting, like in the public
yeah.
lobby, public area, they should be taken back into a private room.
Just when they're waiting. Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? If
I
there's
don't
somebody
know.
that's
I know
got those concerns, because what happens is then that diminishes the public access to public areas, which, you know, somebody could be there protecting those people to make sure they're not being abused. Not that that goes on here in Eau Claire, but there are places where people seeking assistance and seeking mental health are kind of taken advantage of and
Sure.
not treated fairly. So it's a double-sided coin. And we always try to stay on the right side of it, whichever side we're on.
Right.
So that's the important part.
Yeah, for
You know, necessarily filming. You know, I am into a lot of old photographers that did street photography and stuff. I went to
Yeah,
college, majored
yeah.
in photography. I was a staff photographer for the New York Times. I've done a bunch
Oh,
of stuff
cool.
in life. And, you know, to me, it's back in the old days, you used to have these very famous street photographers that would go out and take pictures of children on the street, and
Yeah,
children
yeah,
at the
yeah.
park, and things like that. And that's so taboo these days because everybody's mind goes right to the gutter. And that's terrible because
A lot
it's
of
not
people
that
are worried
way.
about a lot of stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah, and you know, I hope it's not frivolous. I hope, you know, if there are certain things to worry about in this world. You have to be vigilant, you got to keep your eyes open, and you have to be aware of what's going on. But you didn't do that here today, but jumping right into fear and anxiety and
Well,
panic mode, some
yeah,
people do.
We trained our staff on this First Amendment audit.
You
so-
did, very good. I was going to ask you that, so
We
you
did,
answered,
yeah. So hopefully they're doing that. I think I'm brand new to the, Colleen? These are First Amendment auditors.
Oh.
And I think,
Colleen is
and
the
I think
risk
we're your
manager.
First Amendment auditors.
First
Are
Amendment.
you're the risk manager for the
Yes,
building?
I
Very
am.
cool. So I'll stand here for a moment so you can analyze me and decide if there's a risk.
There is
No, don't be
risk.
afraid of the camera. That's when you put
I
your
don't
hand up.
like
That's
to be
silly.
in front of the camera.
Well, I think you look fantastic today, and you have nothing to worry about. Seriously, I think, and you know what? A lot of people, to play devil's advocate, have a concern with being on camera. So then what they do is they don't want to look foolish on camera. Maybe they're not happy with their makeup that day, or they didn't comb their beard, or whatever the situation might be, right? But then what they do is come up, confront me with the camera, and make themselves look like a fool. Not you, but people do that all the time.
Yeah.
So I think it's better off to play your hand based on the results you're looking for,
Are
and
you
not.
filming now?
I am. Oh yeah, always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I can help you with anything, but there's certain areas that are designated just for employees only.
Oh, well, I have no interest in going into any
Okay.
restricted areas.
Okay,
Wouldn't even
sounds
try. I wouldn't even touch the doorknob.
Okay.
As long as it's properly marked. If you have something on the door that says employees only, no public access, or I see one of the little key card access things,
Yeah.
I'm not even going in there.
Okay, perfect.
No worries about that. We're staying in publicly accessible areas.
Okay.
But you have a beautiful building here, and you know, be
We
proud
sure
to show
do.
it off. Yeah.
We sure do. It's got a very nice. So who's going to see this?
Quite a few people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could. It'll be more than 100,000 people
Oh my.
for sure.
Okay. You can
So that's the
delete
point.
that
No,
picture.
but you know what? As public employees, you guys have to remember that you are ambassadors for your city, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes things might come up that are uncomfortable for you, such as this. But to me, I look at that stuff in my life personally. I'm not telling anybody else what to do, but it's an opportunity for growth. Growth is never comfortable, you know? And I always recommend to people, my son from the time he was a little kid, to get out of your comfort zone because there's nothing in there for you.
There's no growth if you stay in your comfort zone.
That's correct. Yeah, absolutely right. And you might even find out the two guys with the cameras are a couple of nice guys, right? Just like I found out you have some wonderful employees working here.
We do.
That's why I wanted to come see your city manager and let her know how
Wow.
pleasing it was to come by and visit your building today. No, and
Glad to hear it.
no, and it really, really means something. It really does, because the world's going in the other direction. And we have to maintain some sense of sensibility and compassion, and you can't just worry about caring about people that are part of the hot button topics. You have to care about everybody, and you have to service all the public equally, right? And you guys have done that here today. And you really, I wasn't trying to be tongue in cheek. You look great today. You have nothing to be concerned about. I wouldn't be worried at all. And I think you know, this building has represented your city well, yourselves included, and we really appreciate
Well, I
that.
look forward to my YouTube fame.
Oh,
You're,
you have the fame, but no fame for me.
well, you know what? People also are looking at it as not just, they're not looking at you personally. They're looking at you as a representative of your city. And that's important stuff, you know? I mean, it really is, because the end of the day, the accountable version is you chose to work in the public sector. And you put yourself into that situation. So then you have to make the best of it and roll with the good and the bad, just like we all have to do in life, wherever we put ourselves. And that's, you know,
Yeah.
it's really not a big deal. I think those things kind of go the way you interpret them. They used to tell us when we were kids that life follows your thoughts. I never believed any of that for a minute, but now I realize it's
What
true.
follows your what?
Your thoughts. It really does. My father used to say to me when I was a kid,
These are First Amendment auditors. Oh,
Hello.
famous ones as well.
well, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But I'll leave you with this. My father always used to say to me,
Janessa said they use your video in training.
oh, really? They did? Oh, so you know who we are?
I don't know the names, but well, I don't know.
Very cool.
She said you're famous.
Well, that's excellent. I appreciate. I'm more flattered to hear that you used our videos in your training.
So, but I was just going to say that as city manager, and I've always been for the last 20 years, I've been in public service, and it's a constant. Every moment of life, you're in public. I'm in the public domain. So,
Of course.
And you step outside the house, and if I go anywhere with my kids, you know, they say, "Mom, hurry up!"
Right. Well, we kind of feel that way too.
People
Yeah.
always want to talk, and so, you know.
And there's
so
no-
you
and
wanna
that's the
do your
life-
best to-
And that's the life you chose.
Oh, yeah.
And you chose it for a
did.
reason.
I definitely am passionate about it.
Right. And don't lose that passion. And it's evident that you have not.
Well,
Some people do. Yeah, some people. You know, I have a friend who went to school for years and years and years to become an attorney. He became an attorney, hated it after a year and a half, and now he sells real estate.
Yeah.
And he's doing better than he probably ever would have. Yeah.
No, it's really nice to be able. It's amazing to be in a city where so many of the things we do are factors that make a person's day good or bad. What they see, feel, and touch, and we have a real impact on how people feel when they get up in the morning and how they feel when they go to bed, and their kids, where they live and where they work and how they travel, and it's a great feeling. When it works, it's a great feeling. If there's challenges, it can be really heartbreaking.
Well, challenges give you an opportunity to make something right. That's all.
If you can. Yeah.
Oh, you always can.
Well, you can make
You always
something
can.
better.
It may not be right the
It may
exact
not
way
be
you wanted it to
perfect.
be, but yeah, not
All right,
perfect. but
I'm back to
thank
work.
you so much. And
Yeah.
can I just ask your name so I know who I spoke to?
Colleen, Colleen.
Thank you,
That's
Colleen.
sweet.
I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
And what I was going to say before, I'll just leave you with that.
Yeah.
My father,
Oh,
my
thoughts.
whole
Yeah,
childhood, always said to me, when you wake up in the morning, you have two choices. It's either going to be a wonderful day or it's going to be a terrible day, but it's completely up to you.
But that's not quite true because
It is.
90% of the time it's just a regular day.
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain.
No, not really. You know, I mean,
Well, for me it is.
somebody could drive by a tree and see a tree. Somebody else could drive by a tree and see a wildlife habitat full of life and excitement and growth and things happening. And so it's all perception. It's all what we see out there. Because when you think about it, there really is no one reality. The only reality there is your perception, my perception, and that makes a big difference in your day.
Those street photographers, I think they were some of the people who contributed to urban planning conversation about public spaces and
Right.
like the design of dynamic and interactive public spaces.
Sure.
So that's where I've read about those before. Like if you walk through a park and how many people do you see, and like how many different things that you can measure how long people look at something to know whether or not there's engaging kind of surroundings in public spaces.
Right. Well, and you know, the other thing I always like to point out is you think about these things in the now, like in the present, what we're doing and who's going to see it tomorrow, right? Wouldn't it be nice if you and I today could go back and look at a video of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid coming in off the trail and going into the saloon to have a drink, and you could actually watch them doing that in a video? It doesn't exist. So 100 years from now, people will be able to watch these videos and see what was going on in life in 2022. And yeah,
Well, maybe my kids will watch them. They'll be like, "Oh, I remember Mom. She was so great."
exactly. Yeah. Well, you've been great here today, and I thank you
Okay,
for that.
well,
I
nice
really
to
do
meet you. Good
appreciate
luck
you.
with your,
And thank you for doing the
mission.
training with your staff. I don't know if that was your initiative
Well,
or.
I've only been here 2 months, so.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
new, But somebody.
Well, they're lucky to have you.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
No, I appreciate you.
Good luck with your passion and mission. And
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Have a good day. I guess we can go out this way, right?
I guess so.
Well, all right, guys, you saw how that went. Really didn't know what to expect here. It's the first time we've been in Eau Claire, and wasn't sure what kind of reception we were going to get here, but I'm very glad it went the way it did. And people of Eau Claire can be proud of their public employees here at the municipal building. Never like to leave you guys without reminding you that if you enjoy our videos, you like what we do, and you want to support what we do, best way for you to do that, hands down, is to like, share, comment, subscribe. All that stuff gets our videos out to more and more people so that more people can watch them, enjoy them, and hopefully learn a little something. The Watchman and I are out here getting an education every day, and I wouldn't change that for the world. So also invite you to check him out if you're so inclined. Kid's doing some great work. I'm very proud of him, and he's out here standing up for your rights and putting himself out there. He puts a lot of work into his stuff. So if you're so inclined, I invite you to check him out. I'll leave a link in the description. But that's it. So I guess we're gonna hop in the truck, head down the road, and see what else we could find for you here in Eau Claire. So coming to you from the City of Eau Claire municipal offices here in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, watching the Watchman. Amagansett Press. We'll catch you on the next one, guys. Out.